The 3-second rule. Many spectacular and effective actions occur in the restricted areas under the baskets. They often are very brief, but still include dribbling, passes, fakes, and shots. The 3-second rule was introduced at the time when tall players positioned themselves under the opponent's basket, stayed there for quite a long time, received the ball, and scored easy baskets. The 3-second rule tries to restrict the sole advantage of height and its domination over more skillful play. The rules say that for a player to be regarded as outside of the restricted area, he must have both feet outside it. After being in the restricted area for nearly 3 seconds, Black 15 places his right foot outside, but his left foot is still inside the restricted area. He slightly moves and steps on the line with his left foot, but it is still not enough for him to be considered as leaving the area. Black 15 then moves to the other side and momentarily places himself outside again with his right foot only. He is constantly moving and moves back to the middle of the restricted area and finally leaves after spending almost 10 seconds there. Let's see it again. White 4 penetrates into the restricted area and passes to White 10. White 5 enters the restricted area and stays there waiting for a pass. White 10 is also trying to penetrate and looking for a pass. When White 5 finally receives the pass from his teammate, he has already been in the restricted area for more than 3 seconds, which gives his team an unfair advantage. Let's watch it again. In the next situations, the officials correctly call the 3-second violation. The white team controls the ball in the front court. White 14 enters the restricted area and stays there without the ball for more than 3 seconds. He receives a pass, begins his dribble, but the official has already called a violation. A player is allowed to finish the dribble with a shot when he has been in the restricted area for less than 3 seconds before receiving the ball. Here the official has strictly followed the direction of the rule. Let's watch it again. The blue team controls the ball in the front court. Firstly, Blue 5 and a little later, Blue 15 enter the restricted area. Blue 15 receives a pass. He could attempt a shot, but he has been closely defended. He passes the ball to his teammate. Blue 15 leaves the restricted area, but a violation is called on Blue 5, who is penalized for being in the restricted area for more than 3 seconds. Watch this play again. Watch this play. Yellow 15 moves into the restricted area when his team has the ball in the front court. He remains there for more than 3 seconds before receiving the ball close to the opponent's basket. This violation is missed, and in addition, a foul on the defender is called while Yellow 15 is shooting. The 3-second violation should have been called earlier. According to the spirit of the basketball rules, when a player makes an attempt to leave the restricted area, he must be allowed to leave it. Even if the whole time the player has remained in the restricted area slightly exceeds the 3 seconds, a violation is correctly not called. White 4 dribbles into the restricted area, but Red 12 plays perfect defense, and therefore White 4 has to pass the ball to his teammate. Realizing that he has been in the restricted area too long, White 4 attempts to leave it. No call by the officials. This is the correct decision. White 13 passes the ball from the three-point line to teammate White 5 and cuts to the restricted area. White 5 prepares to attempt a shot, but two defenders jump to block his possible shot. Well guarded, White 5 passes the ball back to White 13, who has been in the restricted area for less than 3 seconds. White 13 fumbles the ball and the whistle is blown by the officials for a 3-second violation. According to the spirit of the rules, this is incorrect. Watch this play again. The blue team has the ball in the front court. Blue 12 enters the restricted area. As the ball is on the opposite side, the center official needs to start to control the player in the restricted area. Blue 11 can't pass the ball into the restricted area and penetrates towards the basket. Now he passes the ball to Blue 12. If a player has been in the restricted area for less than 3 seconds and then dribbles for a shot, he is permitted to finish his attempt to score even if the total time exceeds 3 seconds. The attacking player fakes his opponents and dribbles. The officials correctly do not blow their whistles, but Blue 12 does not shoot. He passes the ball to his teammate Blue 10. This is a 3-second violation committed by Blue 12, which should have been called, and the basket by Blue 10 should have been cancelled. Watch this play one more time. In modern basketball, officials must not only watch those players who shoot after standing under their opponent's basket for a long time, but they also need to watch the players without the ball in the opponent's restricted area, as they sometimes play an active role in different ways as part of the team's attacking strategy. For example, here the offensive player attracts a defender who they may need to switch to another opponent, or he gains a favorable rebound position. Now let's watch two similar situations and see how an offensive player in the restricted area can influence a team's offense. Black 6 enters the restricted area. He is closely guarded by White 5. Black 5 beats his defender White 11 and penetrates into the restricted area. The defensive player White 5 should switch to Black 5, but he stays behind Black 6, who has already been in the restricted area for more than 3 seconds. But there is no call from the officials. This is incorrect. Finally, White 5 moves to meet Black 12. Unfortunately, he is late in establishing a legal guarding position and commits a foul. While watching this action again, pay attention to Black 6. The white team controls the ball in the front court. White 13 enters the restricted area. He is defended by Blue 13. This play must be controlled by the center official. The defensive player looks in the direction of the nearest official, waves his hands trying to attract the referee's attention to White 13, who remains in the restricted area for more than 3 seconds. But there is no call. This is incorrect. At this moment, White 5 penetrates to the basket. As in the previous example, the blue player is too late to switch, and he moves under the offensive player, who is in the air, and a blocking foul is called. But the 3-second violation by White 13 should have been called earlier. You can count the seconds yourself to see how White 13 stays in the restricted area and thus having to be guarded by the defensive player. White 13 enters the restricted area to break free from his defenders. Two defenders guard him closely. Waiting for a pass, White 13 remains in the restricted area for more than 3 seconds. Now his partner White 4 is alone at the 3-point line. The white team just needs to pass the ball to the opposite side of the court, to the open shooter. Let's watch it again. It must be a 3-second violation call. Finally, it needs to be said that a violation, if called, must be when the 3-second period was obviously controlled and has been clearly exceeded. The officials need to avoid calls like this one. The teammate of Black 11 attempts a shot, no more than 2 seconds counting for Black 11. It also could not be a violation on Black 6. Black 6 attempts a shot as there is no more than 1 second counting for him.